Welcome to Manifestation Mondays with Marcy. I'm Marcy Newman, known as the Heart Shift Coach, and today we're talking about a very important subject. And I say important because this has actually come up in conversation recently, and I realized maybe for the first time just how prevalent this issue is. What is the issue that I'm talking about? The issue is being afraid to ask for what it is that you really want. Now, you might be saying, that's crazy. Why would people be afraid to ask for what they want? So let's just dive in. And I want to ask you, every single one of you, to really just stop for a moment and give this some thought. Have you ever been afraid to ask for something that you want? In other words, in your time of dreaming, let's say, daydreaming, thinking about your future, thinking about what you would like to experience next. Have you ever found yourself with this flash of realization, oh, I really want this? And then the very next moment, say something like, oh, but that will never happen. Or talk yourself out of wanting it. Or just sidestep it completely and say to yourself, oh, I don't really want that. When in truth, your heart clearly wants it. You can feel it. You felt it the moment that the thought came into your mind, and you had this moment of excitement and expectation of, oh, wow. And then you just slowly backed up. Well, where does that come from? It comes from a number of places, but what I'm finding is that for a lot of people, it comes from this place of having grown up with the belief that whatever they asked for, they were asking for too much. In other words, they were put in their place, you might say, for asking for something, and deemed especially as asking for too much if they asked for things continuously, like any child will. I want this, I want that. Children are excited about living, and they want to have things and play with things and experience things. But depending on how the adult that they were with at the time reacted or responded to that, very often, as adults now, we may have this belief that whatever we're asking for is too much. Now, what's underneath it really is that what has happened is that the relationship with your true self and your conscious mind has been eroded. You have actually taken on this belief that you're not worthy of it, or you're not valuable enough, or whatever you have might actually be um, whatever you have been given might have been given to you begrudgingly or just to shut you up. In other words, these experiences that have diminished us in the past just because we asked for something creates this very long lasting severing of the truth about our being able to be the catalyst for asking. Because the truth is if we can embrace that childlike delight with life, the childlike awe of everything and the want and the desire, and we have no fear of reaching for something, we will experience things guiltlessly and also with a great deal of success in bringing it to life. So, one of the things that I want to say is that when we have these beliefs that have been programmed into us, that conditioning that takes place as children, that causes us not to reach, that actually has a very far reaching effect, a detrimental effect in our lives. And this is what we need to start to heart shift out of. Because as a creator, which you are, you can't help but want something in addition to what you have. That's what a creator does. It just continually is creating more and more and more. And it creates based on the information, the data that is coming to you constantly through all of your senses, but also from you as a soul that has trillions of senses and knows why you're here. It knows exactly what it is that you need for your expansion as a soul, as well as what will propel you forward, what will give you that incentive that you might need to create a brand new life, brand new set of circumstances that will help you and enable you both to create that life. So we have to ask, why are we doing this? Why are we as adults still allowing that childlike programming or the conditioning that takes place to have such a detrimental effect on our life experience? And that is when we get to just look at things not from the perspective of, look, it didn't work for you in the past, it's never going to work for you again, as opposed to being in our wisdom. As adults, we have the ability now to step outside of that, to observe what has happened as a result of that programming and conditioning and say, I want something different. So, this pivotal point where you have the ability to choose a different direction is dependent on your willingness to let go of that childlike diminishment and understand that as this wise adult who has now learned that you are a creative force in this universe, you can change everything. And you can do it just like that in the blink of an eye, because that's also what creators do. They don't get caught up in, the cement shoes of the past. They are present in the now and know and start to claim for themselves their ability to be completely different in their creative flow. They can open those faucets wide and let all of that energy just flow through them. So here's my invitation to you this week. My invitation is to start to just ask questions like, well, what if? What if that past really could be released and I could just be here right now? What would I want to create? What if I could let go of not being worthy, excuse me, not being valuable, not being capable, and really started to embrace, what is it like? What is it like to know that I am the creative force of my own life? And then I want to invite you to give it a go. Just give it a go. Take one small, tiny step. Make one agreement with yourself where I will let go. And step into your I am. Every week, I give you another I am affirmation because that is how you will begin to embody your truth. You must claim it for yourself. So, right now, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Let that breath go. Start to feel the movement of the breath and how easily it just clears the space. And now give it permission to do the same with your mind. Clear your mind of any false belief about asking for too much when it's exactly what a creator must do. And instead, embrace this. I am the creative force of the universe. I am capable, hardwired. I am programmed to create. Creating is what I am. I leave that with you. Have fun with it. Please leave your comments below. Please share my channel with your friends and your family. Let's work together. Let's raise the vibrational frequency of this world so we can all start to live life as we desire, but also as we deserve. And we can only do that together. So much love to you. I'll see you back here again next week. Can't wait. Manifestation Mondays with Marcy. Again, please subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Thanks.